It's fun. You can't stop doing it. And it helps you make things pretty fast. You know what I'm talking about. I don't think that it's a problem by any means to vibe code, but something that I often say is that when you work with AI, it's not supposed to take the role of cognition from you. You're supposed to have all this context and awareness of here's what my application is and does, and here's what this service does within that application. Here's what this function does within that system, and you're supposed to have all that context in your head while you're developing. And it's not just I have the context, I tell the thing, done, boom. You have to give it proper instructions to make sustainable code, and you have to monitor the code, and you have to write tests that make sure stuff is working, because our brains don't work fast enough to be like, okay, we have 1,000 functions and they all do this and this and this, and everything's good. Chances are you probably forgot what just got written by the AI and you threw it in the project, and somebody's going to have to deal with that later. So you have to use these things responsibly, and I think that for juniors it's probably dangerous, because I have one friend who he's still on the track to learning, and he tells me I don't want to use like AIs because I don't want to just like cheat and get things done. He's like, when I'm in class and then I see people use those and they just are lazy and they never learn anything, they're just like sending things through AI and then getting it done for them and they don't know what happened. It's like, yeah, that's not going to help you understand, and that's not going to help you one day think, so that when you have an AI doing a bunch of stuff, you know what's happening, you can document it, you can make it sustainable, and make a maintainable code base you can actually edit and do things in. But when you just like type things to it and then type and then type and then type and then type and then type, and you see an error, you throw it in, just fix it, and you see the same thing happen, and just do it 5 times, you're not going to know what's going on, and it's not going to make sustainable or safe code. But I'm not going to say that it won't make a project. Like, chances are it will make a project that works, but you will 100% guaranteed run into something that does not work. And that's not necessarily like a big fat error. And it's not even necessarily an error it can fix. But it can be an error, it can be a silent failure, it could be a super secret function of the code that is supposed to be there but isn't. Let's say it's a permissions check that completely just is gone, and now everybody across your whole database can access everything instead of something per one organization, right? Something as stupid as that. Or it left out the authentication on this one. Or this like key gets encrypted wrong, like with the wrong hash key, or it doesn't get encrypted, and then when it tries to decrypt it, explodes and your app breaks and errors out. And so, there's all these like hidden things that can happen with vibe coding. But it is fun. Like, it's good for prototyping, and it's also good to use an AI responsibly to develop very specific solutions within the app. Or when you thought of something but you don't feel like typing it out, right? For example, I know that I need to do a loop and map these objects into a transformation that has these properties. Okay, I can tell the AI to do that instead of me writing 50 lines or however many lines that is. It's more like 30. You get the idea, right? When you know the concept already, like, I know it's going to be a SQL select from with 2 joins and a where. I can tell it do this or do that. And it can be faster than writing it out, because I know what I'm telling it to do. I'm not telling it non-specific, non-technical details like make an app about unicorns and then make the unicorns fly and make some dashboard where I can manage the unicorns. It's like, no, I have to be specific and say, I want an app with a hero image where there's an animated unicorn walking to that side. Make sure you use server-side rendered content. Prefer CSS always to using JavaScript to animate a movement. And then I'd say, also make me a system that has organizations that link to your number of unicorns that requires authentication. Use this authentication system, whatever it is, clerk or something, to handle that. You want to have those specific conceptual and then also technical details in there, depending on what stage you're at, whether it's prototyping or an actual developed application. Those are definitely things to think about when you're when you're vibe coding. So I think it's an interesting time, and these things are definitely accelerating how fast we write code, how fast we build things. And for me, it also helps me learn. You can often talk back and forth about an explanation, then you can go verify if the explanation was actually true somewhere. Don't just take its word for it. Either you can verify by actually like physically executing code and running tests, or you can look something up from documentation. But it definitely helps with a quick start into a new language, for example. But it's definitely not supposed to be the one driving. You're still supposed to drive. Until we get to Wall-E, where everybody's just like sitting in chairs and floating around, I would say you're still supposed to be the main driver. Speaking of driving, if you could drive your cursor over to the like button and go ahead and click that, and afterward click the subscribe button and click the bell, that would also be very helpful. So I'm working on those transitions. It's been a while. That's mostly it. I would say be responsible with it. There's some awesome new tools. Let me know which tools you're using in a comment, and let me know the latest thing that you've vibe coded, or if you need a code review on it. But yeah, it's good talking, and I'll see you in the next one. Use AI responsibly. Keep going. Don't freak out about the market. See you guys next time.